And I want to talk about a book that I've really found helpful in my business and consulting with nonprofits, and I think you might too. It's Consulting and Evaluation with Nonprofit and Community-Based Organizations by Judah Viola and Susan Dvorak McMahon. And they've done a really good job on capturing a variety of points of view, because there are a number of sub-authors here for each of these chapters, on what it's like to consult for a nonprofit organization in terms of its nuts and bolts of your business. And as opposed to a book I reviewed on another video, Consulting with Nonprofits by Carol Lucas, and Carol talks a lot about the mechanism of actually consulting, the act of consulting, where Judah and Susan talk about the mechanics of the business. Now, I get into some other things too, the actual consulting part, but they have some really good sections here about the business mechanics. So just to give you a flavor of what we're talking about, the first chapter starts out really well with saying, why should you be a consultant? And I think that's a really important question to answer for any of us, particularly if we're working with nonprofits. And the first thing they come up with is seeing the impact of your work, which of course, working with nonprofits is a pretty easy thing to do. Well, I would hope, is to see what their mission is and how you can help them fulfill their mission. But then getting into broadening and enhancing your professional life, whether you're doing it part-time or full-time, the flexibility to work wherever you choose, or also whenever you choose, working for yourself, and you're finding the clear indicators of success, which is sometimes, are you going to eat this week? Right? I mean, being in a consulting business, it's all up to you and bring in the business. But as you build that business, you can really see the indicators of that success. So they also get in early on in the book about when to start your consulting practice, like when you're in school, just out of school, after working for a private firm, after time in a nonprofit or public sector job, or after working with a seasoned professional. So there's other times in different stages of your life cycle that consulting may fit into what you want to do, and they address that here. Talking about the kind of business you want to build, first of all, starting a business, right? Getting through all the legal aspects of your work with the state and incorporating and all of that. Finding work. Now, I will tell you that this book is not big on doing the sales and marketing part of consulting business. So if you're looking for that, still pick up the book, but you might want to look in other places. I think there are better resources for that. However, nice section on running the business, and then getting into some of the actual doing it. Talk about an evaluation project, developing and maintaining relationships with your clients, consulting with small organizations, community-based organizations, with faith-based organizations. Section here on public policy, another section here on grant proposal writing, which I know is something a lot of you do. So again, Consulting and Evaluation with Nonprofit Community-Based Organizations by Judah Viola and Susan Dvorak McMahon. I think this is worth having on your bookshelf. It's a little bit pricey, I will tell you that. I have, in fact, in the start here, I have $62.95 written in my notes here. I don't know whether that's the specific price, but it might be in that range. Jones and Bartlett puts it out. They're an academic publisher.